Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 2, where we have gotten the tech that we need to build a dye factory, but we still need to get this invention. We have a 4% chance monthly to invent synthetic dye, so that's a thing. We have a lot of inventions that we actually can invent and haven't yet, so those will be ticking in over time. However, until then, oh hello, farming output plus 5%. I'll take it. That's actually a pretty big deal. But until then, we are kind of killing it in the research point department. We're making a pretty solid amount there. I'm quite happy with that. Now, electricity would give us a supply limit increase and electric gear factory, telephone factory, things like that. We'll get to that eventually, I hope, if we have enough time in the game. Of course, we're a bit behind on tech because of our starting location. The first farmer's bank, huh? We could gain 300 pounds that I don't care about. 8 militancy, yikes. That's a bad option there. All farmers would gain 3 militancy, or they would gain 2 consciousness, and I'm going to go for that because I don't really care about consciousness. I think consciousness is fine, as of right now. The Licensing Act. Influenced by extensive lobbying from the Temperance League, one of our states has adopted a licensing regulation that allows residents the right to issue or retract liquor licenses in their local districts. With strong public support, the Licensing Act has thus prohibited the sale of liquor throughout the state. Many local breweries have been denied the right to sell their produce locally and have been forced into bankruptcy. So, they gain 0.5 militancy in the poor strata. The middle would lose 1 militancy, and the rich would gain half a militancy. Or we could force a repeal of it for the exact opposite. That's interesting. So this is in Gondar Tigray, which of course is, this is Amhara here, Oromia. This is Gondar Tigray, our capital. I mean, we are primarily poor strata. We'll force a repeal of the act. There we go. I think that's going to be, militancy-wise, the best way to do that. And then the question is, when does synthetic dye get invented? We have the tech for it. And there's a 4% chance monthly. We haven't researched, or rather invented, management strategy. Where do we get that from? I would assume that would be from scientific management? Time saving? Oh, right here, this tech. Okay, fair enough. Sounds good. There's another prestige from quantum theory. That's fantastic. It is now 1920, so we have 16 years left in this particular game. Admin efficiency plus 5%. That is phenomenal. Next, I think we'll go for collectivist theory for factory input efficiency tech. And all of these techs are going to go super quickly. They only take 4320, so realistically we're making 31.76, and it ends up just going super quick. Like, we're going to have this one done in May of this year, so it takes, like, literally 4 months to research one of these level techs, which I'm pretty happy about. That feels good, realistically. And Egypt didn't immediately declare war on us, which is nice, but we also haven't gotten an event to core any of these things, which I'm a little bit sad about. I don't know how frequently they pop up, but we do directly border things that we core. We core everything over here. And we have a core on this up here as well, so this is pretty safe for us. But we don't have a core in either of our industrial states, which is a bit of a problem, if you ask me. And we definitely need a whole lot more craftsmen. So that's a thing, too. Also, Sokoto is in a whole lot better of a place than it was when we conquered it. I think they'll be fine over there. I mean, they currently strongly dislike us. We could theoretically work on increasing relations of them. There we go. And we can do that again relatively soon. And be like, hey Sokoto, do we want to just, like, pretend that we were never forced apart? I suspect they don't want to do that, but they're an uncivilized nation, but maybe we can ally them and that sort of thing. Up to over 32 research points daily, that's nice. Factory input efficiency. Now, mining and farming output is going to be great. Sydney Webb was discovered for some prestige and 5% plurality, which I think we're maxed on plurality. I'm pretty sure we are. We'll go for business regulations next for mining and farming output increases. And then after that, scientific management for factory output efficiency. And we can see that all of the focus that we've been putting in our factories is paying off, tech-wise. Like, our subsidies are relatively cheap now. I say as we're paying this much for subsidies. But it'll be fine. We're still making money, so that's fantastic. Look at how quickly this is finishing. It's going to be done on 9 October. We're just tearing through these level 4 techs. Like, realistically... Hello. Thank you for the prestige. Directive on trade in the provinces. What is this? Non-Amharans would gain 1.5 militancy, or Amharans in Kordofan would gain militancy. Now, this is Kordofan over here. They're mostly Sudanese here. Dinka here. African Minor here. I think we can rescind the policy. There aren't that many Amhara over there. So I think that's completely fine. So, I mean, how much do these cost? $28.80. Wow. These are super duper cheap. I don't know, maybe we should work on just catching everything else up to the same level. That way we're not working on these higher level techs, because this is reduced by 60% from years known. Hey, a tax efficiency increase, I'll take it. Yeah, I think it's probably most efficient to do that and work on these, and then on these. And then after that we can do anything left in level 3, which would be just scientific management. Because these are going to go super duper fast. So let's see here. Kordofan would gain 3 militancy. There's a suffragette hunger strike here. Or we can release her and be done with the affair. All pops in Kordofan that support conservative would gain militancy, or all pops that support liberal. Kordofan is pretty heavily reactionary. 22% conservative to 18, 17 to 14, 19 to 15. Conservative is a little bit bigger in Kordofan than liberal is, so I think we have to choose this. Or we can just accept the militancy, but the militancy is already pretty high over there. Either way, it's going to be rough. Yeah, that went up to 8.0. Yikes. Most of it is because of the communists. Actually, most of it's because of the fascists. You'd think that the fascists would be okay with force-feeding someone who's on a hunger strike, but apparently not. Okay, we're just going to grab these very, very quickly. I mean, this is going to take very, very little time indeed. Egypt's opinion of the USA has increased to cordial. Wow, look at the USA's power currently. Wow, look at the UK's. That is going up fast. Ours is not, but that's to be expected. We're not focusing that right now. In fact, I'd rather not fight things for a good long time. I'm gonna go ahead and expand this fort, though. Though no, we already did build the one in Masawa. 1.87% of the population is now clergy. I think that's coming up fast enough that we don't need to worry about national focusing it anymore. Although I probably should have national focused it a little bit earlier. And hit and maintained that 2% point very early on in the game. In retrospect, I would do that, but this is my first time playing through this, so that's to be expected that we'll have some of those issues. Excellent. Naval base max level. I don't really care about that, but we're just getting everything up to level 3 here is what we're going for. Every year that goes by, it seems to be 0.7% that things get better at, or that things get cheaper. So that's a good thing. Of course, our literacy is coming up relatively quickly now, actually. I mean, that's a monthly change, but factory cost reduction, I'll take it. It's not super ideal right now, but it'll do. Look at all these possible inventions, though. Ooh, that's a lot. Well, that's because the techs are just kind of pouring in right now. So that is to be expected. We still have very few workers in some of these factories. Over in Kordofan. What are our capitalists planning on building? A liquor distillery and an artillery factory in Oromia and Gondar Tigray. We can invest into that. And I'm going to do that. Can we only invest in one thing at a time? No. Okay. I'm not concerned about that. Okay, so are they building a factory? Yep, they're building a factory. Good job, capitalists. And there goes the second one. Fantastic. Now, those are definitely not things that I would build there. But I think it's okay. So the question is, with those being capitalists building these, but I funded all of it, what are these actually going to end up doing? A cement factory in Eritrea? I can back that. Okay, so now they want 1.1k to purchase their timber, and then 1,000 gold, or rather pounds, to purchase their iron, I'm assuming. Steam transport and prestige. Excellent. Okay, so this should get started as soon as there's iron on the market. So that's fine. And we haven't been researching anything. It's fine, though. Our tech points have been accumulating, and we're going to be using up 100 every day until such a time as they're no longer stored up. And realistically, that might be the whole thing. Political reform desire increase. That's fine. And that factory is constructing. And they have another project, too. A furniture factory in Amhara. They have 4 investors for that. I'm going to try not investing in that one. They've raised none of their money. Good job, guys. Okay, let's grab naval plans. We still have stored research points, so we're realistically going to get this done in like 28 days if we have stored research points the whole way. I don't know how many we have stored. Where do we even see that? I don't know. Regardless, we are tearing through these techs. Okay, now we no longer have any more. Too stale for war? Well, most of our people are split between pro-military, anti-military, and pacifism. Very few are jingoistic. Let's not make anybody angry. Let's go for anti-military, but not full pacifist. Excellent. Fantastic. Optical rangefinders. Not that that helps us with anything. I like how our military power is going down. That's kind of great. I like it a lot. Navy professionalism is next. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Fantastic. Be finishing that still yet this year. And then we're going to start working on our level 3 techs in Army. And that's going to be fantastic. That's going to go down by another 0.7% by the time we get this done. So that's fine. Sudanese sabotage. Oh my. I think we're going to conduct a real investigation. Yeah. Everybody whose militancy is above 6, we would gain a plurality and lose a militancy for everybody whose militancy is above 6 and is not Imhara, which is basically everyone. So that's very good for us. Okay, well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue tearing through the techs and just seeing how far we can get in the tech tree as we approach the end of this game. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time.